Hi Cancer, welcome to your August 2022 Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign, Cancer, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your actions and interactions with the world at large, you've got the Page of Wands. This is you gearing up to go public in some way, shape or form, my dear Cancerian. So you're obviously thinking and feeling that you're ready to share something about yourself. Maybe there's something that you want to share with the world, which is wonderful. I would also say as well, this might be a time where you are really putting something together, like working on something behind the scenes. Maybe you're doing a lot of writing, maybe you're doing some kind of painting, or usually this card shows up for like writers, authors, you know, people that work in publications in some way, shape or form. And because this is your actions and options, this is about you getting more fun, more enjoyment. So this is a this is a month where you are really working on enjoying yourself, because ultimately it's the enjoyable experiences that we want to share, right? It's a rare person that always wants to share just their bad stuff. But that being said, like I said, this is going to be a month that's going to be a lot more fun for you, a lot more dynamic, which is great. And it's also going to be a month where you are where you're planning to go public in some way, shape or form. So you have the Three of Pentacles as your communications and conversations for the month. So this could be a really big month of learning. So there's obviously a lot of new information that you're taking on board. For some of you, it looks like you're doing some kind of research project. Maybe gathering information or intel for something so that you can, you know, formulate an idea, or maybe whatever it is that you're writing or planning to go public with, you're having to collect and collate all different types of information. What I like about this as well, especially because it's the Three of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, it's like you're taking information from various different sources. It's not just sort of one idea or one track. You're taking this from everywhere. You know, it's a little bit of this, it's a little bit that. It's, you know, you're pulling it all together from various different spaces and people, rather than just one discipline, which I actually think is always, you know, the eclectic approach is always a good one. Communications are going to be very firm this month though, so it looks like a lot of you are either locking in maybe time spans or deadlines. It looks like a lot of you are, you know, getting really clear on the details. Let's say, like, when are we going to do this? What is the time? What is the date? What is the, you know, boom, 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 setting stuff into motion. Oh wow, for your love and relations, you have the Sun card, and you've got this with the, so any disagreements that you and a partner may have had, partners, for those of you that are married, partnered in long-term commitments, etc. This is wherever you and a partner have maybe had a, not an argument, but it's like, you know, sometimes with a partner, it's like, you know what, we just have to agree to disagree because we can't see, you know, like I'm never going to agree with that, you're never going to agree with this, so we'll just, you know, we'll do what we can. I actually really like this because there's a part of me that feels like it might be, what's the word? I feel like this might be a time where it's not even that you're turning a corner, because I'm not seeing any problems, but it's like things become easier around a subject that maybe has caused a little bit of contention. Now, that being said, it's the Sun card. This is blessings, light, heat, abundance, joy. For some of you, possible, you know, you got the Sun card with the Page of Wands. This could be a very fertile month. So if you're wanting children, this could be a possibility. For those of you that are not wanting any more children, this would be a month to take whatever precautions you need to. For those of you that are single and available for love, the Sun card suggests, especially because you've got it with the Three of Pentacles, so you could meet someone in a place that really maybe speaks to the core of who you are. What do I mean by that? So let's say you're the sort of person that loves to go to museums, or maybe you're the sort of person that likes to go dirt road biking. It's like you're meeting somebody where, like, in one of the places that represents you as a person, you know, like for me personally, it would be out in the woods, or, you know, at maybe like a dance class, or do you know what I mean? Like everyone has places and spaces that they would associate themselves with. And so the things that you like to do this month, it's like you could meet somebody in one of those spaces. So that could be great. And obviously, if you're meeting somebody in a space or, you know, a class of something that you love to do, you've already got common ground. And this person could literally be like a ray of sunshine for you. So love that. I don't care how cheesy that sounds. And then you've got the Two of Cups. I mean, for those of you that are partnered and married, your finances look great this month. Lots of advancement potentially there for now when it comes to your money, your resources and your finances. Partnering up, pairing up with other people, working alongside or with other people is probably one of the best ways that you can go this month, and you'll get a lot out of it. If you want to make big money this month, you need to think about partnerships, collaborations and connections in some way, shape or form. I would also say as well and for those of you that are single, you're like, wow, I don't have a partner. Does that mean I'm going to be broke? Not in the slightest. It just means that you're going to have to look outside of a partnership in order to, you know, what's the word? You have to find it elsewhere. You have to partner up with other people in different ways because you don't have a significant other, although that may very well be changing this month for sure. Now, that being said, it's also worth mentioning here as well, the Sun card coupled with the Two of Cups. If you are meeting someone this month, it's very likely this is something that lasts, because it's completely open. It's like the person that you're meeting is what you see is what you get, and the person and the connection itself, like that's true love. And I don't say that very often. If you've been with me long enough, you know I'm not one of those like, oh yeah, you know, somebody's coming back, you need to hear this, that person wants you. And anyway, let's not go on a rant, Rafi. For your first week of the month, you've got the Tower card. I really do feel this is you gearing up to go public. There's something here that you are willing to share, that you're wanting to share, maybe that you feel driven from the inside to share with the world in some way. It's like it doesn't just feel like something that you have to share. It feels something that you're, you know, internally obligated to share. So, you know, and the Tower card suggests that it may upset the apple cart in some way. Excuse me. Oh, it's so warm today. And unfortunately, I forgot my fan. So I'm kind of just under it, and my body is clearly struggling with it. So for your second week of the month, you've got the Judgment card with the Three of Pentacles. I feel like for some of you, this might be that you're going back to school. For others, this could literally be a month where you are deciding, actually, I want to bring this old, maybe not idea, but I want to bring this old contact or resource back into the fold. Now, you've got the Tower card coupled with the Judgment card. That's quite a serious combination, because it usually suggests that either something or someone from the past is coming up in a really big way. Maybe it's you revealing something in a big way, or it could be a complete break. Usually this shows up, you know, I'm sorry, I don't want to be a doomsday sayer, but the Tower card with the Judgment card, I have seen a lot for the major disasters that we see, you know, the big stuff that affects whole countries or whole portions of a country. And I really hope I'm wrong on this front, but those first 2 weeks of August, and it's weird, right? Because of the stuff that's going on in Taurus, you would expect, you know, because it's Mars, the North Node, and Uranus, you would expect this to be, you know, I already called the fires in some of the weeklies, etc. You know, and this is the thing as well. Like, if you're ever watching anything that I say, and you're watching any of my readings, I don't revel in being right about death. I don't revel about being right in, you know, predicting disasters and fires and stuff. What, you know, if you're saying those kinds of things to me, I'm going to divulge something to you now. So this is my Cancer moon is obviously tapping into this. I find it quite upsetting and actually quite offensive when I read comments from people, you know, and they're talking about, oh, you know, that's such an awful thing to say and you shouldn't predict death. And I've been doing this a long time, and if I didn't feel like I was competent at it, or I wasn't doing it fairly, honestly, safely and with integrity, I just wouldn't do it. That's who I am as a person. And so when I call the difficult stuff, I don't say it with a smile on my face. I say it because I feel like this is the universe's way of giving us a cosmic heads up. So if you ever see something or hear something that I say and it upsets you, or you think, oh wow, you know, I could have done without hearing that, it's not for that reason. You know, don't get me wrong, I'm not adverse to a little bit of dramatics and theatrics, but I am not that person. So please don't think of me in that way. Like I said, I just like to give people a heads up. The reason I say this is, although the stuff in Taurus to me would speak to more fires, or, you know, because it's Uranus, maybe it's potentially some electrical disturbance or something, possibly even an outage. There's something about this, even with because it's the Page of Wands, and that's the Three of Pentacles. There's nothing here to suggest this. It's purely intuition. I feel like this is going to be something aquatic. I think it's going to be something to do with water. And the weird thing is, you're a water sign. Cancer is... Shh, just between me and you. Cancer is the ultimate water sign. I'm biased, I know, and I don't hide my bias for Cancer. Everybody that knows me, that's been with me long enough, knows that I have a Cancerian bias. Maybe it's because that's my moon sign. Maybe it's because I see so much in the sign of Cancer that people don't usually talk about. But yeah, anyway, I'm digressing, and this is going to end up being a long video. So when it comes to love, look at this. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, that's absolutely beautiful. I mean, it's just, this is a great month for love for Cancers, for deep, strong, in your bones, in your soul kind of love. Which I absolutely love. For those of you that are wanting to start a family, the energy is 100% with you. For those of you that are single, it's really weird because I get the feeling that this person's coming in and they're just going to be, like I said, it's like a complete ray of sunshine. And I know that sounds really cheesy, but it's like when you see them, you're just going to be like, wow, I think this may be my person. And you are thinking correctly. For your fourth week of the month, you've got the World card with the Two of Cups. So when it comes to your finances and your resources, the fourth week of the month is definitely going to show you where the right collaborations and connections are in order to make good money. What I will also say to you as well is this might be a time where you are thinking about maybe this is a launch of some sort. I don't know. It's strange. So for your new moon message, you've got the Gate 56 and Storyteller. So the new moon is in the sign of Virgo. And you got this. So this is really Storyteller, right? All the stuff that I talked about earlier. That new moon may be a time where you decide, yes, I'm ready to start sharing more of this or who I am. There's something that you're ready and willing now to take public. And it might be something that's deeply personal to you. All I will say is, obviously, the new moon is right, I think it's like the 27th of August. So start slow. From that point onwards, it's not a race. And then for your full moon, you've got the Gate 35 and Experience. And this card, the full moon is going to be in the sign of Aquarius, which is usually a party moon, but this one's a little bit more intense than usual. But it doesn't mean it can't be great. This card always says to me, so the full moon may have someone or something try to tell you that there is only one way to do something, or this is the best way, or, you know, if you don't do it this way, then it's not really, you know, it doesn't really count, it's not really valid. This is one of the reasons that I diverge paths with a lot of the numerological community, you know, on the life path numbers, because it's like, well, unless it equals 22 or 33 by this, and, you know, on a goat up a mountain with several goats and whispered on by fairies, then it's not really. I haven't got time for all of that. I really don't. Does it equal 22? Does it equal 33? Yes, done, great. I like things simple and clean and elegant. So this full moon, sorry, I'm going on another rant now. This full moon may very well see someone trying to coach you on the best way to do something, and you've got to trust and rely on your own experience to know what is best for you. All right, so you've got to walk the path there, and there's the full moon in the card. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.